Hello everyone, welcome to another Versus video. I am BBD, joined again by
CVM.
We are ready to battle with some sweet decks that top-aided states last weekend.
Yep.
I am battling with green-white aggro against...
Green-black Constellation.
Ooh, a Constellation mechanic making a rare appearance.
Yep.
But yeah, pretty sweet decks. Hopefully be some sweet games. Speaking of sweet, the taste of poison. Just ask Chris, as he knows a lot about that. So
Yeah.
I'm going to shuffle these up, and I'm going to pick one of these, kind of hide him a bit here so he can't follow him. One of these is going to go in front of myself, and one of these is going to go in front of Chris. He has to decide which one is which. So.
Did you even look at him?
Oh, I looked at him. I looked exactly.
I don't think you did.
I looked at him. I know which one. I know where they are.
So last time, he put the poison in front of himself, and we switched. So I got it. This time, we're gonna switch again.
All right.
And
got him
me again.
Got him again. All right. I will play first. And this hand is already a keep. Only 3 cards in. All right. So yeah, this hand's definitely a good old keeperooski. See how it pans out.
I don't think this hand is very good. Like, if I'm on the play, maybe. I mean, it has creatures and spells, so I can cast everything in my hand, but they just don't do very much. I don't know if I can mulligan this. If I knew that I had a mana guy on top, it'd be much different. Well, I'm going to go ahead and keep it, and we'll see what happens.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and start things off with a scry. And I'm going to bottom that since that doesn't really help our hand at all. So.
Go ahead.
All right. Let's get the party started with a good old Voice of Resurgence. You're up.
Oh, man, and we draw the mana guy right on time.
Boom.
Go ahead.
How lucky. Draw. All right, well, that wasn't particularly lucky for us, so we're just going to crash on in with Voice.
18.
And pass the turn.
Well, that's good for us that he's just not applying a bunch more pressure. So I can play one of these, which is going to start getting our card advantage engine going. I think that's what we kind of want to do.
Okay.
We will draw a card.
Sure.
And it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to make a knight at the end of turn.
Yep.
Fortunately, not the most aggressive of starts, but we'll see if we can hopefully get the job done. And we'll go ahead and crash in with our team here.
No blocks.
All right, so you get a 14.
14.
So I kind of want to just don't prevent him from like getting crazy card advantage, so I'm going to Banishing Light that idol on. Say go.
All right. So we can play these 2 spells, which is the only configuration that's going to let us actually cast 2 spells this turn. Whether it's right or not, I have no idea.
It's so wrong that it's right. Like a thief in the night.
Could just be that I want to get this guy in play now. And then next turn we can play both of these. So he could play a Johnny next turn and get in a bunch of damage. 7 would put me at 7. And we would just be in chumping mode, which we're going to be anyways. So let's just... I'm going to play my land before I play this guy, just in case. Because I don't want to tap this Mystic. I want to be able to block with him if I need to. So we'll draw from the Eidolon.
Sure.
And that's your turn.
All right, come on, deck. Give us the goods, not the goods. All right. We'll go ahead and crash the team on. crushing it with the team. All right, so you go to 10.
Yep.
And I will add a lion to the board.
Okay.
You're up.
Alright, so we definitely would like to hit some sweet stuff here. So I think we start out with one of these. Alright, so we'll play a courser.
Okay.
So this trigger, but this is a static, so you get to see what I draw.
I do get to see what you draw.
So we'll draw the Elvish Mystic.
Okay.
We will gain life. Play another courser.
Okay.
So we'll draw this.
It's a lot of coursers.
It is. Alright, well, we'll pass the turn.
Not exactly what we were looking for. We'll send the team on in.
Okay, you have 3 or 4?
3.
So I imagine we have some number of root-bound defenses / Celestia charms. He also could just be wanting to monstrous his Fleece Mane Lion. I think I'm just going to block like this.
Well, I hate to do this, but I feel like we have to just kill both of his guys. So we got a Celestia Charmer 2 guys and hit you for 3.
8.
Unfortunately, that doesn't do a whole lot for us, but go ahead. We're not really getting through those guys any other way. Even though we know he has a 3rd courser. But.
Alright, so we're gonna courser it up.
Yep.
Trigger. We'll draw the Satyr Wayfinder. And there's one on top of our deck. So at some point we're going to have to try and get aggressive here. And so we do have a card that's going to allow us to do that. At this point we just have to try and figure out what the best way to do that's going to be. So I think that we're going to want to cast this guy. Yeah, so I could get in for some damage here. I think I like that. So we will Wayfinder.
Okay.
And it's 4 cards.
Yep.
2, 3, 4. Wow, that's a good one. So do we get to see this card?
Yeah.
All these are revealed? Or is it still, is the last one still on top of my deck?
How does it say? It says reveal.
Reveal the top 4.
So that one's still on top of your deck.
Okay, so we don't get to see this card. So this is the only one that I can take.
Yep. Alright, now we get to see the top card.
Yeah, now we get to see the top card. It is a Mana Confluence, which is basically like the only land that I did not want to draw here. But I think it's probably still for... No, I don't want to take any damage. I'm going to get this in place, so we'll gain a life.
Okay.
And then we will Strength from the Fallen. 2 triggers. So we're going to draw a card.
Okay.
And then we're going to give our Eidolon of Blossoms plus 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And I'll attack you for 6.
Alright, I got a 14.
I have 7 cards in hand, so I'll pass.
Draw. I will crash in with these two. Actually, we'll go with just the line.
Just the line?
Just the line.
Alright, well, I'm going to block with my Shadow Wayfinder.
Sure. Go.
So we'll draw. Another Eidolon. Alright. So 2-4. We have 6 devotion currently. So here we're just going to be, he's going to be doing some chump blocking. However, by playing multiple enchantments with the Strength of the Fallen, we're going to be able to start hitting multiple creatures. So we're going to start with, do I have a way to generate even more devotion? So I can start out like this. I'm going to cast a Boon Satyr.
Okay.
2 triggers, so we're going to draw a card.
Yep.
And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to give the Eidolon +5.
Okay.
So we'll use this just to keep track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can get 8. So I'm going to get 8 green.
Okay.
2 triggers.
Yep.
So I'll draw 2 cards. They happen separately, so you get to see them all, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so there's 1, 2, and we can do +5/+5 somewhere else. So we will do that on this Courser of Crucifix.
Okay.
I have 4 green remaining. So we will... Don't have any other creatures that can attack. So with the 4 green, we're going to cast the Lotleth Troll.
Okay.
Leave me with 3 green, a Caryatid, and an Elvish Mystic. We'll play our land and gain a life. And then I'll attack with a Courser and an Eidolon.
Alright, I'll block one of them with the voice. Take 7. Go 7.
Okay. And then it's your turn.
Alright, I will monstrous my line.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't win. Alright, we are back for game number 2. Hopefully, less enchantments, more killing. This hand is pretty bad. I only have 1 land, so I have to mulligan.
This hand is gas. The old Shrine to Nyx.
Yep.
This is a forest. I actually think I keep this on the
Oh,
draw.
100%. I would keep that on the play or draw with force.
Ooh.
Alright, we have both mulligans 6. And this hand looks a lot like our last one. Didn't work out so well for us that time, but on 6 we can't chip it, so keep.
Yeah, I think this hand's actually pretty good, so.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and scry. And we will throw any land to the bottom. Go.
Go ahead. I did this a lot this weekend, by the way, with that Monsters deck. I played Mystic on 1 a lot.
That's pretty good.
So I'm not sure which one of these two is correct to play in this deck. I feel like it's probably this one, since our goal is to try and find an Eidolon for next turn. So we're going to commune with the gods.
Okay.
So we reveal 5 cards. And I get to take a creature or enchantment. So... and I'm not pretty excited with any of these options. I think because I already have this, maybe I just take the Strength from the Fallen. It's a way to start doing damage.
I think you should take 2 points of damage from my voice next turn.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Strength from the Fallen.
It's a strong pick. It's a strong pick.
And I will not attack with my Elvish Mystic. Go.
I would probably have blocked.
Probably.
Draw. Alright, that's not the most exciting of draws, but it is what it is. We will crash on in with our voice.
No blocks. 18.
That's right. That's right, no blocks. We will go to 18 ourselves.
Oh no, don't be a Brimaz.
Cast Soldier of the Pantheon.
Yes, that's not a Brimaz.
Not a Brimaz. Go.
Alright, well that's telegraphing a Knight token from Aceless Knee Charm. And
I have
draw
no idea
for
what you're
our
talking about.
turn. Alright, so... here I can use a Wayfinder. And we really want an Eidolon of Blossoms, that's for sure. I think I kind of just want to get this in play. So we're going to take a little bit of damage. Let's play our Wayfinder.
Okay.
Reveal the top 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're going to take the forest.
Okay.
Then we're going to scry with our temple. And I like this card, so we'll keep that one. And then we'll pass the turn.
Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and make a knight.
Got a 2/2.
Arguably better to preserve it to like plow over, but based on the tenure of our hand, I think we want to just get in as much damage as we can, as quickly as we can. And then we're just going to stun with the team.
Well, since he's attacking with the soldier, I can imagine he has another pump spell. I'll block the soldier.
Okay, take 4.
14.
Go.
Alright, well, I guess maybe we just have added to the worm we have to deal with here. Alright, so we drew this, which we knew we had. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to get in for +4. Alright, so we're just going to cast our Strength from the Fallen.
Okay.
Trigger on the Elvish Mystic.
Sure.
But I don't think attacking here is going to be right, so I'll just pass.
I feel like a Boon Satyr may be in our distinct futures.
Now, if I knew that he didn't have Advent to the Worm, I probably would have attacked.
Oh, I didn't have an Advent, so I'm going to crash on in.
Alright. Well, we're going to Boon Satyr.
Alright, I'm going to trigger voice. Get an Evander one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Alright, trigger on this.
Yep.
We'll block the Reduke.
Blocking Reed Duke.
I totally forgot about that.
Well, I think I'm just going to go ahead and blow this Rootborn defenses and get another one of these.
Yep.
And take 2.
12.
You're up.
Alright, so this is going to be difficult.
Alright.
Well, that was definitely a good draw.
Lucky.
Don't think we can use it yet. I think I have to save it. Maybe not. Alright, so if he has a Celestia Charm, we are just in deep trouble. He used one to make a 2-2, which makes me think that he probably has another. Now, we're in tough shape with either line if he has a Celestia Charm. So I think I'd rather just use this one for now.
Well, that's a good one.
So we'll trigger this onto my Boonsader.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's an 8/6 trampler.
In other words, he's a big boy.
Yep. I feel like we have to try and race here. I'll attack.
Alright, I'm prepared to take 8 and go to 10.
Alright, you're at 10. Your turn.
Alright, deck. Ooh. That is a nice one. I gotta think if that's actually what we want to be doing now. Alright. As nice as that card we drew is, I think our better bet is still Banishing Lighting with this Nylea.
Yeah, that's rough.
And, we're at 10. You have 2 cards.
Yep.
I think we probably want to leave this, well, so we can activate Mutavault and trade with our Knight token, and then if we attack with the rest of the team, 4, 8, 10, we would be left with no blockers, and we could potentially die to something like double Strength of the Fallen. So I'd rather that not happen. So I think I'm just going to crash in with just these and leave the voice back. Yep.
I'll block here.
Okay, so you take 8.
Yep, go to 4.
Go to 4, and I will pass the turn.
Yeah, forgetting about the voice trigger is just real bad.
So we're going to try to get a full house of Evan Owens before the day is done, and see if, uh-oh.
Alright, so we're gonna trigger, so I'm gonna draw before I choose the target.
Sure. I don't think that's how that works. Yeah, you have to put it on this. You can choose the order, but you still have to choose the target first, I think.
I mean, we're gonna target the Boonsader.
Okay.
Draw.
Maybe not correct, but...
Alright. So... it's probably right to target the Mystic anyways, but... so you're at 10. I can attack. He'll block. Then have 3 elementals. And I just don't really have any good blocks. So I think that I just have to pass.
Okay.
And hope that he has nothing.
The old college hope he has nothing plan.
Yeah.
Draw. Alright, well we're gonna send the team on in.
Well, that's unfortunate. So probably has a Celestia Charm or a Rootborn Defenses. If he had a Charm, it's possible that he would have just pumped... Oh, he couldn't have pumped his Soldier. No, he could have pumped his Knight. Yeah, he could have pumped the Knight if he had that. Rootbound Defenses is the more likely candidate. So I think that if I just block here and here, I'm dead to a Charm. If I block all three, how bad is a Charm? 3, 4, 5, and 3 puts me at 1 with the Charm. And I'm just basically dead the following turn. I want to be able to do both of those. Actually, if he doesn't have a Charm and I block like this, then all of his creatures will die and he'll be left with 1 elemental. Yeah, I'll block like that.
Wait, actually, so that's the taunting play. I'm actually going to charm this for lethal, but this is yeah.
Just had it all.
Yep, had it all. I drew the charm. I had to dictate, but I thought banishing lighting your Nihilate was a better play. So, all right, we are back with sideboarding. For myself, I am bringing in Setestan Tactics to kill his entire board, Sundering Growth to kill all of his enchantments, and Banisher Priest to cast out his Oathbreakers. For a little bit of flavor text. I'm going to cut Soldier of the Pantheon because it trades with State or Wayfinder, and that's the moral of the story there.
It's got the old Brush Strider problem.
Yep. And then 2 Rootborn Defenses, since we're not really playing against a deck with a lot of removal. Rootborn can be awesome in combat. We actually saw it was great in combat last game, but I could foresee a lot of awkward situations where it doesn't really do a whole lot. And then Banishing Light. I think Banishing Light's good, but I'm bringing in Banisher Priest, which does roughly the same thing. And I'd rather have the guy because of Setestan Tactics.
Fair. So my deck doesn't have any removal in it. So we're bringing in 2 Abrupt Decays, so we just have some way to interact with your deck. And 2 Golgari Charms. Now, we saw Banishing Light was very good this first game. This was really one of the only ways that you had to interact with Nihilea. So being able to get a creature back from Banishing Light with Golgari Charm is going to be very good. Plus, we're going to be on the defensive a lot while we're building up our critical mass of permanence. So anytime that we get in a situation where we can just block a bunch of his creatures with a bunch of our creatures, and then regenerate them all so that mine live and his die, it's going to be very profitable for us. So I don't think we're going to use the -1/-1 very much, but who knows?
Who knows? All right, we are back for game number 3.
And I'll get to be on the play this time.
How lucky.
And this hand is what I like to call almost a goulet.
Oh,
I will
okay.
keep it though.
This hand, we have a bit of a curve here, and so I'm going to go ahead and keep.
Go ahead.
How can one man... Oh, I was about to say how can one man be so lucky, and then I ripped Experiment 1 off the top, so we'll revise our statement a bit.
I'll scry.
Yep, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
And I like that card.
I'm sure you do.
Go ahead.
All right, Fleece Mane Lion.
Yep.
Go. I actually punted. I should have attacked for 0, or for 1.
Correct, because I can't block.
Yeah, because you can't block because of the threat of Celestia Charm. But
Yep.
oh well, live and learn. If he ends up at 1 life at the end of this game, I blame Fleece Mane Lion.
Go.
Wonder if we're getting booned. I think we're gonna get booned. I just have this feeling that there's a booning in our future. So I'm just gonna cast a Brimaz, level this guy up, and just pass the turn. Yep. I do not want to get booned, so.
The old 4/5 hexproof. Okay. So
it is the biggest Sylvan carry to this side of the East Coast.
Vermez is so good.
You should attack the Caryatid.
I cannot. No rolling stones here. Alright, so I think that I just use this first.
Strength?
We're gonna
Strong?
commune.
Okay. Alright, well, we have a lot of options for this one.
Yeah.
I would probably take that Corsair Crewfix.
I think I'm gonna take a forest.
That's not a legal play.
Oh, it's an enchantment or a creature. Yeah,
You
but
have
it's a
one
land.
choice.
Yeah, I'll take a Corsair.
Yep.
Well, I played that thinking that I could take a land.
I hope
That is real bad then.
Satyr Wayfinder with 4.
Yeah.
Satyr Wayfinder 4 non-lands.
I mean, I have these 3s in the tap land, so. Well, that's what we get for playing cards we're not used to playing. I will scry.
Yeah, if that card could get a land, it would be a snap 4 of in every Reanimator deck I build.
I don't think we want this card. It'll be your turn. Man, I'm just throwing this game away. I also don't think this deck can beat a Brimaz anyways.
Yeah, it seems a little loose. Yeah, I think we just want to get aggressive here, so I'm going to Banishing Light that Boon Satyr. And
I guess maybe I should have kept that card then.
go ahead and crash on in, get ourselves a little kitty cat. If he wants to go Guard Charm or Banishing Light, that's fine. He still is just trading, so.
Well, we will block the cat with the Caryatid.
Alright, take 9.
11.
You're up.
Play that Corsair Prefix.
Okay. It's a very strengthy top card.
Your turn.
Alright. Well, we're going to go ahead and play a land. And we're going to attack with everything.
I don't think there really is much that I can do here. So if he has anything in his hand, any block that I make is just terrible. Seven, 8, 9. I probably have 2. Alright, well I will try and double block your Brimaz.
Double block the Brimaz. I think we just advent here. I take 1, go to 19. Get a big old worm and evolve our experiment 1. And Brimaz down, but you take 9.
2.
You're up.
Yeah, there's just like nothing that I can do here.
Okay.
We'll play a Nyx Weaver. Your turn.
I think our best bet's just to send everything, so we'll just do that, including the cats.
Alright, so... I just don't have anything. I'm just actually just... Like, I can survive this attack if you don't have anything, but... I mean, I go to 1, and I can't kill any of your creatures, so...
Yep. We are back for game number 4.
I just can't keep it.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep this hand, but it's actually not very exciting.
Oh man, it would have been real good.
Jeez.
All right, best 6 I've ever seen.
Best 6 NA.
Well, I've definitely seen worse. Go.
No Elvish Mystic seems loose.
Yeah,
Go.
unfortunately. The old Wayfinder.
Okay.
So I'll get a forest. Your turn.
Alright, deck. Oh, seen worse. Go.
Well, that was a very cute draw.
Nyx Weaver.
Go ahead.
Rats. I'll go ahead and crush in.
No blocks.
Alright, go to 16. And I'll play a line.
Yep.
Go.
All right. Upkeep. So I mill myself for 2. And then I draw. Okay. Alright, so here we're going to commune.
Okay.
So I reveal the top 5.
Looks like a Satyr Wayfinder.
Strength.
Okay, how many creatures?
Got 1, 2 creatures.
Okay.
We'll do that here. And then I'll attack.
16.
Your turn.
How many cards do you have? 3?
You have 3 cards.
Well. Fortunately, our draws have not been fantastic. We will go ahead and crash on in with both.
I'll block here.
Okay, so you take
2.
14. And I'll go ahead and just pass the turn.
Alright, upkeep. Trigger.
Yep.
Draw.
Yep.
Okay, so imagine here that he has a knight, or a charm to make a knight. Fortunately, we don't have another way to trigger this strength from the fallen. So I kind of want to attack with this Mute Vault. Yeah, I made Mute Vault.
Okay.
Full attack.
I'll take it. 12.
Okay. We'll play a Wayfinder.
Sure. All right.
I'll take a Forest. And we'll scry. And that's a good one, so we'll leave it there. And that's your turn.
Okay. I will make a knight.
Yep.
Reed Duke will join the fray. Well, unfortunately, that
It's not a land.
not a land, so we'll send the team on in.
I'll block here again.
All right, go to 10.
Yep.
Go.
You have 7?
Yep.
Alright, upkeep. Trigger.
I
I totally forgot about that.
Yep. All right, let's
Yeah.
see what's sweet when you
It was a
cast.
commune.
No. Commune and decay. All right.
Right, draw. Well, we drew a very good one.
Is it idle and it blossoms?
It is.
Okay.
2 triggers, so we're gonna pump this guy, and I'll draw a card.
Okay.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's an 8 power creature. I'll attack.
I'll go ahead and block.
Okay.
4 damage, exile.
Another charm. I'm gonna decay the lion.
Dead lion.
Go ahead.
Yeah, 1 card in your hand.
2.
2 cards in your hand. Draw.
You cast a lot of these today.
I have done that.
I
Yeah,
hate
actually-
that card. I actually side out of Polykranos against green white because of that card.
All right. Well, he has 2 cards in his hand. We have a lot of options, but we could also just die to that strength from the fallen too, which is certainly a thing that could happen. Shock myself. I think we just attack with a knight here.
I'll take it.
All right, go.
I'll scry.
Okay.
That's fine. Oh, this smells like a Cetessan Tactics. I'll cast a Caryatid.
Okay.
I'll go to combat.
Okay.
Your turn.
Well, it is a Cetessan Tactics, so I'll strive Cetessan Tactics on these 2.
Okay.
Fight your Eidolon Blossoms.
It's +1/+1, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it just goes in.
Alright.
Man, if I would have had a Boon Sailor, you would have been ruined.
It would have been fine. Could have just fought in response.
I mean, I would have just done it in response to the tactics being cast.
Oh, right, yeah. Then I would have just not fought at all. I guess I'll crash with both. Crash in with both.
I'll animate the Mutavault.
Sure.
I'll block here and here.
Alright, and this is the less known method of Setessan Tactics, where you just pump your guys and pass the turn. Yep.
I'll draw.
Yep.
Go. This is the classic. Screw usually ends up beating Flood.
Yep. So you're still at 8. You have 1 card. Playing Experiment 1. Attack with the team. Play the Experiment 1 first. If my voice dies, I get to evolve it.
You have 4 cards?
Yep.
No blocks.
Alright, so you go to 4.
Yep.
And I'm going to go ahead and just take a point here down to 9. I'll cast Banishing Light. It's a little risky if he has like a blowout card here, but I'd rather just get this off the table. Say go.
I mean, you seem to be in fine shape, even if I have a card to get rid of it.
I guess even if he did blow it up there, we would trigger our voice, so. Yep. Yep.
I believe he's an 11/11.
10-10. Alright, well, we're dead to it, so we'll go ahead and block it.
Yep. Hopefully I'm just not dead. Go ahead.
Well, that depends a lot on what we draw. Nope, that does not kill you. Go.
Okay, so we can use our Nyx Weaver here to rebuy something if we want. So I can get an Abrupt Decay, which kills his Banishing Light and gets me back my Eidolon. I think that's probably going to be the best bet. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not bad. So there. There. I think we definitely want to be attacking with this Mutavault here. Although if he has an Advent of the Worm, You can just block with his voice, Advent, and then we're in a rough spot. But we're not gonna win this game without trying to do something. But I have to activate the Mutavault.
Yeah, it has to be active first.
Yeah, before this enters the battlefield. So we'll activate Decay. Trigger. I'll target the Mutavault. Draw a card.
Mm-hmm. Block with voice.
Yep. Your turn.
Advent.
It's almost like I called it.
Big old worm joins the party. So he probably has something like a Boon Satyr. If I'd take a wild guess, which he can flash in and make one of his guys massive. Fortunately, we did not draw what we needed, which would have been able to use this.
Land for your Dictate.
So we'll just cast a pre-combat Fleecemane Lion to make our Evan Irwin big enough to be lethal. So if he has a Boon Satyr, we basically have 2 lethal creatures here. And I guess we'll just go ahead and play another lion as well. Just really no reason not to. And I think and we'll attack with the knight too. Just attack with everything here. Okay.
Alright, well we are going to pump the Eidolon.
Okay.
I'll draw a card.
Okay.
And we'll block like this.
Okay.
So I'll take 2 and you lose both your guys.
Yep. Go.
Well, it's definitely cute. Doesn't do much yet. Alright, we're going to start off with a commune.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good.
Oh wow, that Nihilea is really good. I'll take the Nihilea.
Yep.
So, let me see how many creatures we have in here. Since there's nothing in standard that cares about graveyard order, we can just do this.
Ten.
So we have 10, so you're at 9.
Well, that's 7.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, you should be at 8 from the confluence. Oh, last turn, this turn, yeah, you should be at 7. Yeah, I can't do math. Alright, so... if I cast another commune, that won't let me activate there. So I can... so make this 12, 6, 7, 8, so you would take 4. If I attack with just the Mutavault, if I attack with both, does he have to block so he doesn't die? 4. So what could I possibly hit with this commune that would be better than casting Nihilea? Is there another Strength from the Fallen in here? Yeah, if I hit strength, that does nothing. No, there's only one left. So I can... Nylia won't be a creature. So if I Nylia, the Blossoms attack with the Mutavault. 12, he blocks here. Yeah, he would actually have to block both and that. So I'm just doing my math. I believe if I activate the Mutavault, Nylia, the Blossoms, and attack with both of them, if he puts this here and these here, he takes 7 and dies. So he has to put these here so that he doesn't die. So yeah. We'll activate the Mutavault.
Okay.
Nylia.
Yep.
Pump the Eidolon.
Okay.
Draw a card. And then I'll attack you.
Alright, so it was plus 10, so it's 12,
so
12.
12. With trample.
Yep, I mean I have to do this.
Yep.
So I take 6. That does.
Yep. Good.
Well, it's not terrible. At least we don't immediately die, I would think. Go. I'll respond by Sundering Growthing that guy.
Okay. So this dies.
Yep.
And I no longer have a creature in play. Yet. So I'll draw. This will pump itself.
Sure.
Three, 4 green. Guess if he has it. Oh, he can't. Oh, he can't cast the spell here. Yeah, so I'll get 4 green and a black, and we'll commune. Actually, yeah, 4 green and a black, so I have 2 green floating. I'll play Nyx Weaver.
Okay.
Draw a card, trigger this on Nylia.
Okay, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Alright, we are back for the final game. Oh, that's so gross. I think I have to keep this hand just because it's so powerful, but this is going to be kind of a gross game. Okay.
Like gross in a good way or gross in a bad way?
Bad way.
For me?
For me.
Oh.
I mean, you'll see.
I mean, my hand's the same way, so.
Go.
Oh, you just have a bunch of mana confluences? Alright, we need to draw an Elvish Mystic here. Do I want that guy? I don't think that I do.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Alright, I'll take 2. Voice Resurgence, go.
Go ahead.
Gross.
That was my draw. It wasn't a Mystic, but it was a Caryatid. I will block.
Celestial Charm.
I will take 1.
I'll take 1 as well.
The reason I block there is
Go.
because, based on the texture of my hand, I want him to use his charms and just not be putting more pressure on the board.
Lucky for us, we don't have more pressure. We only have charms. So. Of course, sure.
Go ahead. Now, you guys can't see it, But BBD has wrote this card down. A lot of people don't do that, and I had multiple opponents like actually comment on the fact that I was doing that at the tournament this weekend when they had a Corsair.
All right, I'm gonna take 2 and banish a priest that thing, and hit you for 2. So 15 to 17.
Yep.
Go. So we are gonna kill ourselves here. Hopefully we kill him first.
Oh, I don't have a Corsair in place, so.
Yep. Old Max cheats over there.
Oops. All right, so.
So opening hand, first draw of the game.
Nice.
Yep.
Right, I think that we want to.
I think CVM's dead to our Night Veil Spectre.
Basically. Alright, I'm just going to play Onyx Weaver.
The old
And
Weaves.
then I'll pass.
Old Weaves McGee. Alright. Come on, deck. Oh, man. Not what we wanted. Go.
I think things are going to get a little wormy here. I'll draw. Alright, so we kind of just want to start getting some stuff in play here.
Okay.
So we'll play a Saturday Wayfinder. Okay. I was gonna say, don't do it to me. One, two, three. Yeah. I'll play Strength of the Fallen.
Okay.
Trigger a target here.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3. So he's a 5, 6. And I'll attack with my Onyx Weaver.
Okay. I'll block with Voice Resurgence.
Yep.
And we'll get a Elemental.
Sure.
Done?
Yes, good.
Alright. I will take 3 in Advent.
Yep.
Ugh. Well, that's kind of gross.
Is it the 4th mana confluence?
No. So I'll take 1 and play a Voice.
It's still kind of bad for us.
And I'm going to crash with this, so...
Alright, I'll block here.
Alright, take 7. Go to 10.
Yep.
Go ahead.
2 cards, 3 cards?
3.
Alright, I'll keep.
Yep.
I'll draw. Well, that's pretty good. Don't know how much it does right here, though. Unfortunately. I think we're just dead.
Good.
You're at 11.
At 11. I have dealt 9 points of damage to myself this game.
I mean, I'm just playing a deck with a bunch of dirtily green creatures. It seems fine. So we have a couple different spells that we can cast, none of which really do anything, unfortunately.
This basic plan's put in some serious work.
Yeah. I think that we have to leave this Meter Vault untapped.
Okay. Is it an Eidolon of Blossoms?
Yep.
Okay.
We will draw a card. And trigger this on the next weaver.
Yep.
And then I'll pass. And if you have Sundering Growth, I'm dead.
Do not have Sundering Growth.
Lucky.
Super lucky. Alright. Draw. You have 10? Think for a second. So you're at 10. I would go to 9, 8, 7, 6. I would go to 6 life. How many creatures in your graveyard? 4?
Yeah, 4.
He's 6 total. So I would just be dead to an enchantment that costs 3 or less. So I can shock myself and play a Johnny. But I can't kill you with it. I don't think. So I can make this an 8/8, but you block this and this, and you take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or if I split it around, it doesn't help me any at all. I guess like I could put one here and put one on each of these. So then you have to block this and this. You take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, like I can't do more than 9. And you're at 10. So okay, I also have Banishing Light. If I cast Banishing Light on this thing, you block here, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still 9. But that way I only take... I would only go to 9 myself. How many creatures do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. You'd have 5 creatures. And I go to 9, so you'd be able to make that a 7/7. I think that's probably my best bet. So take 2 and Banishing Light. Your Nyx Weaver. And then I think you have to block this, so you take 9. Okay. All right.
I just have to block here.
All right, take 9, go to 1. Go. I don't think I can die, but maybe. I could be wrong. Another Strength from the Fallen, I guess. Does that do it? Probably should have left back Voice. Yeah, I should have left Voice back. But then you don't have to block, but that's probably fine.
So I can... I mean, if you leave back Voice, you're actually dead.
Because you get to keep your guy in play?
Yeah, and I had Nylea in hand.
Oh, okay, gross, yeah.
Like, I have just, like, if you don't make that play, like, if you make the greedy play, then I get to kill you with an Abrupt Decay on the Banisher Priest, pumping my Muta Vault with Corsair.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's any way that I can kill you here.
What if I were to tell you that I have 2 Ajani's in my hand?
I don't think I can live. This Nykthos is hurting me, actually. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can hit you for 7. Does nothing. Let's hit 2. Can I hit anything off of this commune? I don't think that I can.
Do you have a land in your hand?
I do not.
Yeah. If you had a land, you can.
I can hit Strength of the Fallen.
Yeah.
Don't think this crew fixes in sight doesn't do anything. If I abrupt decay, that doesn't do anything there. Yeah, I'm actually just dead. I don't think there's anything that I can do. There's no way I can try and kill you.
Yeah, I think you're dead.
If I had a land. Still dead.
All right, so we are here for the conclusion of our actually epic 5-game match. And yeah, it actually was a pretty good match.
Yeah, this Constellation deck seems pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was a lot better than we gave it credit for. And the green-white deck was pretty cool too. Test and Tactics did a little work in a game that I still ended up losing, but Tactics was pretty sweet. And fortunately, we didn't get to see a Johnny. I only drew it once, and I had 3 mana confluences and 4 lands, so didn't get to do his thing. But
yeah, I mean, I think a Johnny's pretty sweet. But I feel like he's kind of oddly placed in this deck.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to hit 5 mana every game. Like you only want 5 mana when you have a Johnny, whereas you'd rather just have a bunch of threats and pump spells. So I don't know if this is the right place for him. No doubt the card is just insanely powerful, but who knows?
Yeah, perhaps Boonsater is better as a 5 mana or 3 mana spell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think a Johnny's extremely powerful. Especially with Advent of the Worm, I think the combination of those 2 cards is just very, very, very good.
Yeah.
So maybe this isn't the shelf for the deck, but I definitely think that there isn't a Johnny Advent deck. Perhaps with my my favorite Dryad, Tristani, in the mix as well.
Yeah, it's got a big old booty.
Yeah, yep.
That 2/5.
That 2/5 booty. So yeah, I think that I actually now I kind of want to brew a deck with Tristani and a Johnny and all those cards.
And
so.
Advent.
That may be in the future, but yeah, overall I thought both these decks were pretty cool. Any suggestions you would have for that deck?
I definitely want Grizzly Salvage. Okay. So I feel like I lost, I think it was game 3, solely on the fact that I cast Commune thinking I could find a land. I thought it was an enchantment or a land as opposed to enchantment or creature. Yeah, like I definitely think that Grizzly Salvage would be very good in this deck. Like it helps you find your Eidolons and your Coursers when Courser is very good. And it also helps fuel your graveyard for Strength of the Fallen.
Yeah, that card was actually really good.
Yeah, that card was really good.
Yeah. This deck was pretty sweet. I'm not sure what I would want to change. Other than, yeah, like I'm not sure Johnny's where you want to be, but other than that, like the deck seemed like it ran like fairly well. I liked the mana confluences, even though they were painful in that last game.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a couple other games where like I was able to cast Advent because I had a confluence and so forth.
Yep.
So I do think that the mana confluences are good. Maybe not 4, maybe 3 or something, but I would still 100% play the card.
Yeah, I think it's still very good. It's not as important in this type of build as in some of the other aggressive type builds, where you have more 1-drops, so you want to be able to cast either or on turn 1. But I still think the card's very good. Plus, like post-board, you have cards like Banisher Priest coming in alongside your Brimaz, so you definitely want to have access to that double white.
Yeah, plus you also have like Advent and Test and Tactics, so you need access to double green, or even more green. So yeah, I think the mana confluences are necessary. I feel like Test and Tactics is probably extremely good. We didn't really get to see too much of it, but I kind of wish we had some games where I was able to like Tactics and just kill a bunch of your guys. Although it seemed like for the most part your deck only had like 1 or 2 creatures in play, they were just massive on the offense. So it didn't seem like maybe Test and Tactics wasn't quite as good. Although I can definitely be tricky with it and like get your guy before the triggers and things like that.
Yep, I mean you're able to use it. That one game is just a +1/+1 to your 2 guys to kill my creatures in combat. So.
Yeah, that was like a better Celestian Charm in that situation. So yeah, there's a lot of upside to the card. But yeah. If you were playing in a tournament this weekend, what would you be playing?
Well, I actually am playing in a tournament this weekend.
Oh.
I'm going to Somerset for the Open. I'm skipping the Grand Prix.
Okay.
And I'm pretty set in Jund Monsters now.
Strong.
Just because I've been doing so well with the deck. But I'm actually very excited for this green-black deck, and just like Eidolon of Blossoms, Constellation decks in general. I feel like they're going to be very good once the rotation happens. You don't have to worry about Supreme Verdict. But even now, I think that if you just play Golgari Charms as a way to combat Supreme Verdict, this type of deck could be very good. Strength of the Fallen was extremely powerful. You had to be worried about dying at any point just because of Mutavault, and I think that's pretty good since we can use it for now, because we won't have Mutavault when everything rotates.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I know in testing for the Pro Tour, we had a couple Strength of the Fallen decks. There was one situation where an Elspeth was on 7. There were 9 tokens in play, and the other side of the board was a Sedge Scorpion and 2 Strength from the Fallens, and 1 Doomwick Giant later, and 17 damage was dealt, and that was the game. So, there are a lot of cool interactions there. And
that's another card that could be good somewhere in the 75 years, Doomwick Giant.
Yeah, Doomwick seems like an awesome sideboard card, maybe. It's a huge guy. He's a 4/6. He doesn't get charmed.
Yeah.
He sometimes can wrath your board, especially if you can chain enchantments together. But yeah, these decks are pretty cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let us know in the comments what you think. And if you're going to Somerset, you will see Chris battling with monsters. I will be in Atlanta playing in the Grand Prix, trying to get those pro points. So hopefully I just get to draft red-white a couple more times and go the distance with that. But thanks again for watching.
We got to get to day 2 first.
Yeah, got to get to day 2 first. That's the hard part. That's not been my story lately. So.
One thing I do want to point out is, since I did win West Virginia States, there's been a bit of chatter on the internet about whether or not it would qualify for me to shave this glorious mane of hair that's on my face. So in my article this week, if you haven't already, there will be a poll that I'm asking the internet to decide if it's going to qualify or not. So go vote yes or no in my article with the poll on whether or not I should shave based off of my win in West Virginia. And that's going to be the answer. If everybody says yes, then I'm going to shave it off.
I'm going to say states win, maybe. West Virginia, no. But maybe that's just a little harsh. But
maybe.
Yeah.
But thanks for stopping by this week, guys, and we'll see you next week.